Grace and peace, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is a very, very impromptu, not scheduled live stream, but I want to just get in here and talk about the news that has broke as it relates to Fani Willis and Nathan Wade here in Atlanta. Let me bring in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, not necessarily known as the most right-leaning newspaper on the planet. However, they say as such. Defense says cell phone data raises questions about the start of Willis-Wade relationship. Now, I don't know, and I admit, and I'll say it again, I admit, I am not an attorney. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm not even a paralegal. My goodness, I haven't even delivered mail to the 8th floor. But I will say this does not look good. Now, feel free to chime in if you are an attorney. Shout out to the lead attorney. He is currently, see if I can pull this in for y'all to see. He is currently going over this case in real time. Shout out to lead and AV to the 7th power. They are crushing it today. They're giving some good insight. Lead is a 20+ year divorce attorney. AV is a newly minted attorney in the same field, and they've been going over this with Nate the lawyer, and they have been doing a par excellent job explaining this case. Lead just thought it was like water under the bridge, not really a big deal. Lead came in today and it was like, this thing is bad. Now, I can't play it because Lead does not use good language, and there's no way to bleep out the language that he uses. So I'm not going to even waste my time. I'm not going to even deal with it. But this right here is the case that he's going over. So let's just take it real quick. I just want to go over it, maybe talk to you all, hear what you all are thinking. Feel free to be like, shout out to all the people that are coming in. Appreciate you just stopping by. I know it's kind of a spur of the moment, but I just want to talk about it. So thousands of texts between DA and special prosecutor in 2021, court filing says. Okay, now we have to go back now. Fani made it very clear, one thing, that Nate had never been to her house and that this relationship started in 2021, or something of that nature. So we have to go back and actually listen to what she said as well. But let's just look at it. Let's go. Nathan Wade appeared to make at least 35 visits to the Hapeville neighborhood where Fani Willis was living before the district attorney hired him as a lead in the Fulton County election interference prosecution, according to cell phone data included in a court submission filed Friday. I think that's why there was one thing that really stood out to a lot of people, was why the prosecution allowed Fani Willis to behave like she did. I think they allowed her to behave like they did because they knew that they had the information that would prove her wrong. And you're going to see in a moment why I say that. But let us continue. The filing by attorneys for Donald Trump raises fresh questions about the relationship between the two prosecutors, which the former president and the other defendants argue has tainted the case against them and should result in Willis and her office being disqualified. That is crazy. Trump's attorneys relied on data collected from Wade's cell phone. His phone knows. The phone knows. And cell phone tower transmissions to track his movements. Goodness gracious, man. Oh my gosh. It seems to contradict Wade's testimony. Here it comes. Listen to this. It seems to contradict. That's a real fancy word for it seemed like somebody was lying. Wade's testimony last week, in which he said he had visited Willis's home in the condo. Visited Willis at her condo in Hapeville no more than 10 times before he was hired in November 2021. This is going to be wild. It also indicates Wade twice arrived, here it comes, late at night at the condo and left early the next morning. You know what that sounds like? You lied. Yeah. Remember Miss Merchant said that Wade had spent the night or had been staying overnight, and Fani, you lied. These are lies. Remember that? That's what they were talking about. That's why Merchant didn't push back. That oh my gosh, man, you're gonna go back and watch Fani's testimony, and all of this is gonna look different now. It's all gonna look different because she was big proud that woman had lied on her. She said, you lied, but lo and behold, it was Fani giving up the lies. Oh, that's even better. Sorry about that. Whoa. That's serious. Okay. Before Willis and Wade said the relationship started became romantic in early 2022. Both Wade and Willis testified last week that they did not spend the night together in the Hateville condo. That right there is a lie. I need to insert that was a lie from Maury Popovich. That's a lie. Oh my goodness. Now, let me also say this. I was told by an attorney that it doesn't mean that they can't do their job. It doesn't mean they can't do their job. And the example that I depicted was, if you had a car and I painted it yellow, you might not like the yellow car, but it can still drive. The problem is, not only did you paint the car yellow, but you might have put something different in the gas tank, or you might have fiddled with the lug nuts. That will impede the car from working. So I think they've made a very solid case that they cannot do this job effectively because they fiddled with it. But we'll see what the judge finally says. Let us continue. We are required to respond to the filing via the court, and we are preparing our response now. Jeff DeSantis, the spokesman for Fani, said Friday. I think the reason they did this now is there's not going to be enough time for her to drop something before the news cycle ends today and we go into the weekend. So Fani's going to have to do her shout out just in the chat. Tell me what church you think Fani's going to show up at this Sunday. What church do you think she's going to show up at? Because she's going to have to show up at a couple churches. So she might need to be she's going to have to be at a mosque tonight on Friday, or a temple on Friday. She's going to need a 7-day Adventist in the morning, maybe another mosque or temple tomorrow night. And then she's going to be at like 3 churches on Sunday because she got to get this thing fixed. Don't worry, Tina. I see Tina dropping that question right there. They're going to use that word too. They use that word, the perjury word. Here it comes. The timeline is important for 2 reasons. And this is really the whole purpose of this entire trial, the whole thing. Here it comes. If Willis and Wade were a couple before she hired him, it raises the prospect that she may have violated at least the spirit of anti-nepotism rules, though Fulton County specifically focuses on family members. So somebody could say, hey, well, it's not really nepotism. But think about it. If I help my brother get a job at Walmart because I'm the manager, they would say that's nepotism. If I hire my daughter to work in my studio, they would say that's nepotism. If you are hiring your sneaky link to work for you and prosecute the most important trial probably we've seen in our generation, are you going to tell me that that's not nepotism? Is that what you want me to believe? No, sir, no, ma'am. That's nepotism the same. But let's continue. More importantly, both Willis and Wade, here it comes, have testified under oath that the relationship began in 2022. If defense attorneys can prove that they lied under oath, it could constitute, there it is, perjury. And that's not just a little thing. That's just not like, Mom, I took 7 cookies and you really took 27. That's not something small, like, it was $8, but it really was $7.33. That's no. Net perjury is a big deal. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be a mess. Woo. All right. Real quick. Oh, we got, I think it's going to be, she's going to be, and since Jamal Bryant's gathering and William Murphy's gathering are really close to one another, she could get 2 birds with 1 drive because they're only like 10, 12 miles away from each other. So I like that. A lot of people saying Dream Center. A A lot of people saying Dream Center or New Birth. What about Creflo's church, man? Creflo is real good for that too. Creflo is good for that. Dale Bronner's church, they're good for that. I don't think she gonna go back to Big Bethel though. She done burned the bridge with Big Bethel. Okay, the realistic one. Jamal in her sermon will be the devil is trying to get me. I like what you're doing. I see the logic there. I see it. All right, let's finish this article. Friday's court filing includes an affidavit from Charles. Dude, what is this? What are these people's names? A long-term investigator for defense attorneys. He said he obtained the cell phone data from AT&T through a subpoena. Oh my gosh. Like, leave your phone at the crib. I know that would sound crazy, but man, that would have probably fixed this. All right. Mitchell-Shaint said he used the online tool CellHawk to determine where Wade spent his time in 2021. CellHawk is considered by law enforcement to be the gold standard in cell phone records analytics. Mitchell-Shaint said, noting it is used by law enforcement throughout the U.S. and in Georgia. Okay, great. The affidavit says that Willis and Wade called each other more than 2,000 times. Good mercy. 2,000 times during the first 11 months of 2021. Y'all know I want to find out, like, okay, that's got to be, let's just say that's 200 times a month. That's 50 times a week. That's a lot of phone calls. That is a lot of calls. Great day, man. Oh, I didn't even see this part. And exchanged more than 10,000 text messages. My gosh. That's a lot. Sorry about it. Wow. That's again, like, let's just say that's 1,000 text messages a month. Just between him and Fani. Yo, that's crazy. Mitchell-Shaint also said he focused on when Wade's cell phone connected to a tower near Willis's Hapeville address for extended periods to make sure he was stationary and not in transit. My goodness, this guy knows what he's up to. He is about that. He's about that investigative life. He said he did the same thing to determine when Wade was at his home in East Cobb County. Whoa, he's in East Cobb? Shut up. Whitaker Park is in East Cobb. What? That's my neighbor. Get out of here. All right. Wow. Shout out to my neighbor messing it all up for us. Man, a double shout out. I got to change my trap music for that. Let's change it. I got to change the trap music. Now we got to get some different trap music for that. That's crazy. I didn't know he was in East Cobb. That makes sense now. It makes perfect sense now. Because he filed his divorce in Cobb County. And I was wondering why he filed it in Cobb County. Now it makes sense. Okay. Makes perfect sense now. Man, get out of here. That is crazy. Okay. On one occasion, here comes on September 11th, 2021. So the 2021 is before 2022. Wade's phone left the Doraville area and arrived in the vicinity. What's in Doraville? Doraville is where the airport is, a little north of the airport. Really, it's all there. Doraville and Hapeville are like right next to one another. So, okay. So he arrived at the vicinity of Willis's Hapeville address at 10:45 p.m. The phone remained there till 3:28 a.m. His phone is narking on him. His phone is messing him up. Oh my gosh. This has got to be, I'm just waiting to see what church she pop up at. This man, I have not wanted Sunday to come as fast as I want this Sunday to come. That means that, oh my gosh, she is going to be in somebody's church trying to lie this thing away. They're going to pray it away, y'all. The devil's after her. Something. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go. This is going to be bananas. I don't even care what happens. I don't even care. It's so bad. I again, I'm just saying it again. The black church in Atlanta, Fani has given them such a black eye. Every church that is doing the Fani Willis services, every church that's doing all that is going to look so ignorant now. Man, just stop. Just stop it. Don't even address Fani. Go back to preaching faithfully. If you haven't been preaching faithfully, start preaching faithfully. Just don't even touch Fani. If Fani people call you, say no habla inglés. Hang up the phone. New phone. Who's this? Do not let Fani Willis in your church. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, similarly, Wade's phone left the East Cobb area. Shout out to East Cobb. Area night of November 29th, 2021. Again, that's still before 2022 because they said they didn't start a relationship till 2022. After receiving an 11:32 p.m. call from Willis. Y'all know what kind of call that was. That was a Fani call. Yes, that was. That was a Fani call. Y'all know what that was. The affidavit said it arrived in Hapeville at 12:43 in the morning and remained there till 4:55 a.m. The affidavit said. Remember the whole, that's a lie. This is a sleepover. He slept over. Woo. That's why Lady Merchant, that's why they were so cool, calm, and collected. They knew they had them over a barrel. And Fani walked right into that bear trap. She is a prosecutor. She should know better than this. And she walked right into that bear trap. I mean, because they're using words like disbar. I mean, shout out to lead attorney. They're using words like disbar. They're going over his divorce decree right now. But they're using some really tough words. And so Middleshant is available to testify at the court's convenience, said the filing by Trump attorney Steve Sadow and Jennifer Little. I bet you that rascal is. I bet you he is. He said, man, I'm about to get some of this raisin in the sun. I want to be out here. I want people to hear my voice. Absolutely. It will now be up to Fulton Superior Court Judge Scott McCaff to decide. Oh, I think this is going to go. I still think they're going to. Sorry about that. I still think that it's very possible. It's really a coin toss in my mind that Willis and Wade will not be disqualified. I do think that it's very possible that they still will not be disqualified. I don't agree with it, but it's still possible. It will now be up to determine whether to admit Middleshant's affidavit and the phone records into evidence. So there's still the possibility they could throw all that out. But the problem is they've already sullied the pool. They've poisoned the well by getting it out here in the newspaper because people have been waiting since Thursday to hear something. So now they get this. Former DeKalb County District Attorney Robert James said the cell phone data raises questions. Again, all you got to do is start raising questions, and then the problems start happening. If it was a slam dunk, it would have happened. But now people could look at this and be suspicious. That's it. That's all they're trying to do is get you thinking. That's all they want to do is get you thinking and double thinking, James said. But in the court of law, you need proof. The real question is whether there was proof there was a romantic relationship at the time. And I don't think this proves there was. Boy, I don't know what this man is reading. If you could tell me. Hey, shout out to Robert James. I appreciate you trying. Bruh, like nobody getting a call at 12:43 in the morning, staying over somebody's house at 5 o'clock for a prayer meeting. I'm just going to tell you that. That's not happening. It's not happening. All right, let's go. Which they've already acknowledged. Now, they've already acknowledged that they had a relationship is when it started is the question. Okay. Question on February 15th hearing by Sadow, Willis said Wade visited her at the Hateville condo before she hired him in November 21. On one occasion, Willis recalled the time when he picked up food from the lickety-split Southern Kitchen bar and brought it to the condo. As to how many times Wade paid her a visit in 21, Willis testified, "I don't think often, but I don't want to speculate." All right. Now, this does go into a problem because she said only a few times, and if they can prove that it was 10, 12 times, now they'll use the same information. They can use the same coordinates of the time that she admitted that he was there. So cell phone tower, location, all that kind of stuff. And then they can just backdate it and look at the back instances where he's come, and it'll be the exact same thing. Yeah, they're in trouble. I'm sorry. I don't know, again, emphatically, that this will disqualify them, but it will definitely create a problem. And let us go. When pressed for a number by Sadow, Willis said, let's say more than 10, but I'm not sure that's even accurate. He certainly has come and picked me up, gone and grabbed some food to eat. I don't remember him being in the condo a lot. Okay. No one except maybe one of her daughters on one occasion ever spent the night with her in the Hateville condo, Willis testified. Oh my goodness. So did he just leave his phone there and then he materialized and then came back and got it at 3-something in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning? Earlier in the hearing, Sadow asked Wade how frequently he visited Willis's condo. Before the November 2021, Wade testified no more than 10 times. All right. Sadow suggested the phone records could demonstrate Wade was there more than he let on, which could be problematic. So if phone records were to reflect that you were making phone calls from the same location at the condo before November 1st, 2021, and it was on multiple occasions, the phone records could be wrong, Sadow asked Wade. See, that's how he already knew. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see it. Wade already knew he was in trouble. Wade was already in trouble. If phone records reflected that, yes, sir. If phone records reflected that, yes, sir, Wade responded. They'd be wrong. Sadow asked, they'd be wrong, Wade responded. So Wade wants us to believe that the cell phone data, which again could be wrong, sure, that the cell phone data of where he's located is wrong. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's go. All right, shout out Wade said he could have been in Hateville area for any number of reasons. Okay, he could have been in Hateville any reason. He's at 24 Hour Fitness. He is at Larry's Rib Shack. Let me pull this up. I want to have some fun today. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I'm just having a good time, causing no trouble, causing no problems. Let me see if this map looks good so I can see. All right. All right, so this does not look good on here. I appreciate everybody that's been praying that I get this figured out here. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get it. I am eventually, I promise you. Okay, so you see Hateville right here. There's the, I think that's the first Chick-fil-A right there. And that's technically the first Chick-fil-A. So where did they go? Let's see. So he said that he said he could have been visiting the Porsche Experience Center, the airport, the Delta Airlines headquarters, or local restaurants. Okay. You know what? I'm willing to give him that. Here it is. So they have this great location. Okay. So there's the Porsche Experience. It is a wonderful Porsche museum. They have a beautiful conference center. If you ever get invited to a dinner at the Porsche Museum, the Porsche Experience, go. It is cool for sure. Now there's the Chick-fil-A. I think this is it's called the Dwarf House. Chick-fil-A is like one of the first ones. is right here. Of course, here's the airport right here and such like that. The Delta Museum is right here. Maybe he's going to the museum looking at airplanes at 3 o'clock in the morning. It makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Totally makes sense. Let's see right here. And here's College Park. Here's Hapeville. All of this is really considered. And there's East Point right there. So like here's Hapeville and East Point. Let's see what's in East Point. Okay. Okay, there's a Taco Bell. Maybe he went to Taco Bell. I don't know. All right. I'm okay. I mean, that all makes perfect sense. There's just one slight problem, and I'm going to close this out for a second and show you the problem. Or at least it's not really a problem. It's just like, that's kind of weird. I'm trying to pull it up. I can't even get it to fit into the... Yeah, it doesn't even fit good. All right. This is why I think he's in trouble. All right. Way down here at the bottom, way down here is East Point and Hapeville. East Cobb is all the way up here. Let's just use Kennesaw as an example, or Marietta. Yeah, I know your boys in Marietta. All right, that's a good little hike. Let me move me out of the way. Sorry about that. All right, that's a little hike. Now I'm not saying that I'm not saying, but there are museums. There's some nice locations up here. They got Taco Bell up here. They got Chick-fil-A. The fact that you're going all the way down here, yeah, that's going to be problematic. That is extremely weird that you would go all the way down there. Again, not saying you can't go down there, but you went down there at 11:30 at night and left from there at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's not much that's open down there at 11:30 at night that's going to be open that allows you to stay there. I'm just saying. Now, if he wants us to believe it, he's already created the specter that he's not being a fair dealer. He's already created the problem that he's lying. I'm just saying, Wade, this is going to be a mess. This is going to be a mess. Let's get done. Wade testified he never spent the night at Willis's condo. Oh, well, there you go. He just said it. He never spent the night. So he must have slept in his car because it's so far away. As I just pointed out, it's so far away that he could not go home. So he had to sleep in his car outside his girlfriend's condo. He's in trouble. He's going to be in so much trouble. And I don't know how he fixes it. I'm going to be honest with you. Short of just coming clean and be like, yo, this is what I was doing. Yep. That's the best I can give him. But let us continue. At the hearing, Willis and Wade's testimony was contradicted by Robin Uriarte, a former colleague and friend of the DA who allowed Willis to sublet the Hapeville condo. Oh, so this is the one that owned it and she subleased it from her. Okay, let's see. Uriarte testified during the hearing that she had no doubt that Willis and Wade began their romantic relationship shortly after they met in, what's that? 2019. She also testified that she had seen them hugging and kissing and being affectionate. Woo! Drop that bomb. Come on, do it. Come on, we gotta work on these. Come on now, get it. We gotta work on these. What you calls? Here's my air horn. Where's my other one? There it is. We gotta work on this. That's a mess. That's gonna be a mess. So she recognized that but hey, don't worry about it. They didn't hold hands. Remember, Fani said she don't hold hands. She don't be doing the hand holding. Good gracious, man. This is gonna be such a mess. What church is she gonna show up at this Sunday? She gonna be in somebody's church. It's the end of Black History Month. She gonna be in somebody's church. I promise you. I promise you. Please send Dear Woke Christian her at somebody's church and I will go live. I will absolutely, because it's going to be crazy. Okay. Both Willis and Yerty testify that they had a falling out in 2022 after Yerty left the DA's office due to poor performance, and the two have not spoken since then. Prosecutors sought to frame Yerty as a disgruntled former employee who might have an axe to grind with Willis. Okay, not a problem. And I do know some people have bought that story, and hey, it is what it is. Willis owns a house in South Fulton, but moved out of it in early 21 due to the security concerns. Her father, who lives with her at the time, or four-time, please forgive me, testified last week that people showed up outside the house shouting cuss words and racial epithets at Willis. It got so bad that police regularly showed up at the home with bomb-sniffing dogs. John Clifford Floyd III, Willis's father, said. Willis moved out of her home and into the condo rented by Yerty. Okay. All right. Here's some challenges to that. Here's some other things going on. I think that's it. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Did they drop something? Yeah, this is going to be wild. So this story has now taken a real twist. I don't think, again, in my opinion, I don't know if it is going to be enough to disqualify Fani. I do believe, however, that it shows very, very clearly that they are not being honest. And I think that's going to be the problem that it creates. That is the lack of honesty, the lack of transparency is what's going to get them in what I think is going to be a great deal of trouble. So, wow, what in the world? Oh my gosh, this is going to be bananas. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. I really do appreciate it. Let's see, there were lots of comments. Shout out to the super chat. There we go. Come on, be like Q. Super chat. Thank you. Got him. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what we got here. Thank you again. Sister Kiana, Rick was in the building. It's always good to see my friend Rick in the house. Q in the house. Absolutely dropping that super chat. There we go. Tina in the building. Truth always comes out. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. K-Dub stopped by. My man. The Harrisburg campus pastor. That's Mark Moore in the house. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Good to see you, brother. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of text messages. Hey, I don't know how many text messages I sent a month, so I can't throw too much shade. But my goodness, in the morning. That's a lot of text messages. That's a lot. I mean, like, who else are you texting? Like, that's the part. Like, what else can you text if you text that much? What's going on? Sean in the building. Shauna Rutherford, good to see you. Yeah, that's a lot of texting. That's a lot of texting. Now, I can imagine it's back and forth dialogue, so I can totally see it, but that's still just a lot of text. That's a lot. That's 200 a month. That's a lot of back and forth. I don't know how many times I text my wife. That's a lot. Caleb says, I don't have 220,000 texts with my own wife. I agree. Hey, maybe if he texts his own wife, he wouldn't be doing this. I'm just saying. Maybe if he was texting Jocelyn, he wouldn't have this problem. Grace and peace from Atlanta 82. Good to see you. That's a lot of phone calls too. Thank you. I forgot about that. That's a lot of phone calls too. Now, a text message, you can go back and forth. You know, I got that part. I can be a little gracious, but my goodness, the phone calls, that's a lot of phone calls. They texting like teenage girls. Shout out to K-Dub. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to get these sound effects working. After I get done with this, I'm going to work on my sound effects and get them to hopefully play through correctly, because I got to do that, because that was a good one. All right, let's go. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Thank y'all so much again for hanging out with us. Hopefully this story is going to, I just hope it just continues to get more and more crazy, truth be told. Because, I mean, it deserves crazy. We ain't spending the night if I leave at 5:59 a.m. Okay. I I know you're joking, but my goodness, in the morning, like, how is he trying to? I would love to see how they try to clean this up. Oh, I can't wait. That's the problem, Tina. Perjury is the problem. I really think they perjured themselves. I do think they perjured themselves. And I believe if the case is able to go on and they're not disqualified, I do think they're setting themselves up to become, perjury is going to be their issue. I mean, if they perjure themselves and are not disqualified, I just think that's going to just be a big target on them the whole time. So most people are shouting out that they're going to probably end up at Jamal or William Murphy's church. Why don't I drop a, you know what? I can do that. I can drop a poll. Let's real quick. I'm going to drop a poll real quick if I can figure this out on the fly. I'm supposed to be able to do the polls here in Ecamm, but I don't know how to do it. Susie's in the building. Good to see you. Nope said that's a lot. I'm assuming he meant the text messages, because my man, it is a lot of text messages. All right, let's see if I can drop a poll in here and give you all something to decide whose church is she gonna show up at this weekend. This is so crazy because you know she's going to. You know it. That's the thing. Like, deep down inside, we all know Fani gonna show up at somebody's church. It's gonna be like, Fani, are you okay? Are you okay, Fani? Where are you gonna show up, Fani? And man, they said wade in the water. Boy, you out of control. All right, let me get this working. Okay, here we go. Oh, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, the Dream Center. I'm gonna put in World Changers, Big Bethel. They might let her back in. They might not have learned their lesson. All right, here it goes. The poll is dropped in there. What church is Fani gonna show up at this Sunday? Let me know. Let me know. Tina says, my thing is, how can we trust you to be ethical if you're going to lie about when your relationship started and if you stayed at her house? One more problem. You're sleeping with a man that's married. So you're already showing, there's a lot of problems there. You're a married man and sleeping with a divorced woman. There's a lot of problems. Lots and lots of problems. That's the ATL trap. Atlanta must be stopped. What's going on, Sheila? Good to see you. Jarina's in the building. What's up? That Fani is cooked. I'm telling you. What's going on, Berean babes? Hey, real quick. Everybody, do me a favor. Go and follow Jarina, Follower of the Ways YouTube channel. She is quite a few watch hours away from being able to start receiving some kind of funds from YouTube. So do her a favor and just watch a couple of her videos all the way through. If everybody does it, we will help push her over and get to the place where she can be monetized and make a little bit of YouTube scratch for what she's doing. So check out Jarina, check out a couple of her videos, and then go from there. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, Violet, for stopping by. Happy Friday to you. Let's see. That's Miss Anybody. The poll is going hot. Like, let's see what y'all got. Let's see what you got on this poll here. Oh, okay. New Birth is in a clear win, in the lead. But like I said, New Birth, and I have to pull it up on the map. New Birth and the Dream Center are really close to one another. So it's not improbable that she could literally show up at both of them. But she's going to be at somebody's church Sunday. Now, I'm sorry. There's no way she's not going to be in somebody's church Sunday. She going to need Jesus. She going to need Jesus. I'm telling you. She might need Jesus. She might even go to a Spanish church. She needs as much help as she can get. Y'all, man, this is crazy. Good to see y'all. Thank you so much. Lots of family reunion happening. And it looks like I've caught everybody. I think I did at least. I know I said good seeing my sister, Susie. I think this is going to end up happening. I think she's going to be disbarred. Those are huge ethics violations. People might not realize it, but I mean, you want your lawyers to be ethical. So, I mean, there's whoa. Somebody asked about how do they like Jarena. Now, you don't have to like Jarena's video right now, but just put it over to the side. Oh, drop it in the chat. I will put it in the, you know what? I'll put Jarena's video, her YouTube channel in the description. So you can still find it after this video. I'm putting it in there right now. Great catch. Thank you so much. I'll make sure that we flood Jarena with lots of views. I'm still going to add some more to it, but to the description, but that should be enough to at least get you. No, it's not. Give me 1 second. I'll make it better. Make it better. Man, they got lead attorney, got all kinds of people on there today. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, this is going to lead attorney was very positive, very optimistic last week. But when he saw this today, his optimism went another direction. And I don't think that it's by happenstance. I think it's because this is not going to go well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I'm not saying I'm a prophet nor the son of a prophet. All I'm saying is that it's very interesting, to say the least. I know, sorry about that. Yeah, they talk about it left and right, all over the place. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get that for y'all. I'm sorry. But we're about to change that right now. All right, so here's the full link. I don't know why it's not showing up on my end, and I'm also dropping it. Jarena's full link is in my description as well. Jarena Follow the Way. So check her out there. Whoever was asking for that, I apologize for it. What's going on, Rob? What's going on, Rob Wilson, another great YouTube content creator? No, he's not. Erica asked, is lead attorney a Christian? No. I'm sorry, he's not. And that's why I can't play his video, because I would love to comment on some of the stuff he says, but I don't know what he's going to say. You have no idea what this guy is going to say. So I don't want to put it out there and I got to bleep it out later on or something like that. Person asked, what's Andy Stanley's church? It is North Point Community Church. That's right. I don't think she's going to show up there because North Point is in Alpharetta. But, I mean, technically that is Fulton County. I don't think that she's going to show up there. I think she needs a church that is of the high melanin content. So, therefore, I don't think she's going to show up there. Oh, no. She will not be at Smyrna Press. That is unequivocal. Trust me. Smyrna Press is highly problematic for her. I know the deacon of the month will lock the door. I know that guy. He will absolutely see Fani rolling up and he's locking the door and saying, Fani, you are no K. There's no way you coming up in here, Fani, unless you're repentant. Lead does a great job. I mean, shout out to lead attorney, but like I said, his vocabulary is not the most honoring to my Lord. So I don't want to put him on because I have no idea what he's going to say. You have no idea what Lee's going to say. But his understanding of the law definitely is good stuff. It's really good stuff. But I'm not going to put myself out there. What do we got here? Absolutely. Thank you so much, Genevieve. Genevieve says that Jarina's last video was solid. She talked about Dylan Mulvaney doing what I call women face. Absolutely. JB Smith said, wherever Fani shows up is a church I won't be attending. Absolutely. Man, that would be so crazy. But I promise you, she's going to show up at somebody's church. You know it. Oh, let's check let's see. Sorry about that. I closed it out a moment ago. We're going to go back and look at the poll, see what the people are saying. Had a super dope recording session yesterday. Had 2 attorneys come in to talk about, oh my gosh, New Birth and the Dream Center are neck and neck. Oh my gosh, man. Like I said, man, I think if she goes to New Birth, let me pull up the map so y'all can see like what I'm talking about. They're very close to one another. So I wouldn't actually be surprised if she shows up at both churches. It would not surprise me. Not one iota, not a bit. But World Changers is in 3rd place, man, 25%. Come on. I didn't see that coming. Let me see if I get this map. Let's see if we get a map going on here. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right. Yeah, like I said, they are. All right, it's a little bit further than I thought. I thought it was closer, but they're not. So here's New Birth right here, and the Dream Center is right here. So we're looking at all of 10 miles. There's a lot of traffic right there at the moment, but Sunday morning there won't be any traffic. So there's only 10 miles away from one another. And the Dream Center is in Fulton County. So, I mean, that would make perfect sense that she would be at the Dream Center on Sunday and then just whip on out here into DeKalb County and go to New Birth. So it's very possible, man. I mean, I am not putting it past anybody. They have not already tried to say, hey, Jamal, hey, William Murphy, we got to do some PR stunts this weekend. What you got going on? What you preaching on? Let's go. I mean, I don't believe it. I don't believe it's impossible. So if they roll up in there, because Dream Center has I think a 9 o'clock and New Birth has an 11 o'clock. So go to the first service at Dream Center, last service at New Birth, and then go home and burn some sage or something, because it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. All right. I'm trying to see this is going to be so wild. All right, what else we got? Good people. Thank y'all so much. Everything in Atlanta. What'd you say? It doesn't take hours. No, it doesn't. I can go right down there to that Starbucks while y'all are sitting here watching and listen to this song. It don't take an hour. What am I drinking? Coffee. Why is this thing? Okay. Oh, that's why. Some good coffee and the ices coagulate at the bottom. Hey, I can't say anything because Virginia has problems too, like David Platt. That's true. But David Platt, I guarantee would not have, I don't know, maybe he would. I don't think he would have Fani in there, but he could. I don't know, man. There's a lot of churches that have been given over to compromise for sure. All right. So, all right, you all know how I feel. We got to drop the moniker. Atlanta must be stopped. Drop it in the chat. Woo. Atlanta must be stopped. My goodness, in the morning. Drop it in there. Atlanta must be stopped. All right. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really interesting story. Hopefully. I love Atlanta. But it really, I've been in Atlanta since Atlanta didn't need to be stopped. Okay. I've been here since the early 90s. So I came in 93, truth be told. So I've been here. I've seen it grow. It's got a lot of growing pains. It's had lots of growing pains and such of that nature. But I love my town. So now I haven't lived in many other places. So I can't tell you that Houston's not a great place. I can't tell you that Tennessee is not a great place. I can't tell you that somewhere on the, going to the West Coast is not a great place. Can't tell you that. But I love Atlanta. So I think it's great. I know my way around it. I know what's going on for the most part. So yeah, but that's me. So it looks like we've tapped out. Did anybody else put that Atlanta must be stopped in the chat? What's happening? What is happening? ATL must be stopped. And my people stop putting it in the chat. Now, I have heard good things about DMV as it relates to, I like small town feel. That's why I live in the suburbs out here. I like it's not as congested. There's a lot of congestion in the city for sure. But yeah, I'm fine with it. But I have heard good things about DMV. Brienne in the building. Absolutely, Brienne. There we go. Nakia's in the house. She got the memo. Atlanta must be put in stop mode. Absolutely. Houston is a great place from February to April. The mega churches are out of control though. Y'all do have a lot of mega churches in Texas, which is really strange to me. Y'all have a lot of them. It is wild. So yeah. Tina said that DC is bad and they're coming to her neck of the woods. It's wild. It's wild town. It's wild. But so that's it. We're going to keep this thing. I'll keep checking in. Hopefully there'll be some news before the end of the week, before the end of the weekend, please forgive me. And I'm sure there's going to be something. I'm sure there might be something tonight. Dream Center is in the lead. A demonstrative lead now. It was New Birth. Now it's Dream Center. So y'all think that Fani is going to pop up at the Dream Center this weekend? Oh man, this tally thing is going crazy. All right, so now we're back to 33%. All right, so I'm gonna leave it for a few more minutes. Got set at the end. No, I gotta end it myself. Okay, we got a few more votes. Let me know, where do you think Fani's gonna show up this coming weekend? Yo, Chicago in the building. Y'all got some problems. Nope. Y'all have some problems in Chicago. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what to say about that. Maybe we should do another episode of looking at churches, websites that help you find good churches. That might be a good one. It'd be well worth doing. I've done it before, and I think I should do that one again. I might do that. Yeah. I'll let you all know, just some websites that we can go to, because there are some good websites that help you find good, faithful, solid churches that you can at least have an idea that you're going somewhere that will be a good church versus, I don't know what they're going to preach and whatnot like that. And you can also, of course, look at their websites, look at previous sermons, look at their leadership, that kind of stuff like that, and give you a good gauge. You don't have to just, throw darts at a dartboard, but you can really go and find a good church. All right. I think the overall consensus that everybody thinks Fani's going to go to New Birth and the Dream Center. I think that's what it is. So I'm going to call it that. And so we'll keep our eyes on New Birth and the Dream Center this weekend. Vody is in Africa, right? What were we talking about Vody? I mean, we got pollen here. Y'all talking about pollen. Y'all talking about all kinds of stuff. Oh, y'all talking about churches in Houston? Like, where's Founders is where? I think it's in Dallas. Don't quote me on that. Isn't it? Or am I hallucinating? Oh, the TMC Church Finder. Okay. How about this? Here we go. This will be fun. Email me your ideal church finder. Like, you really like it. So there's my email, dearwokec@gmail.com. And okay. And I'll put them together, and maybe like next Sunday, we'll just go through some different websites that you can get. So send them to me. These are some websites that you can go to find churches besides just Googling it. Okay. The church finder on Founders Ministry. Perfect. Can you send me the link? I think that'd be fun. So what's up, K-Dub? Good to see you, man. So maybe I'll have K-Dub come on the show. We'll do an episode where we go over some of the church finding websites that people are using to find churches. There we go. Wait. What'd you say there? Ain't Dream Center have bad PR the beginning of the year though? Why would she risk it? No. See, that's the thing. It's spiritual money laundering. So let me explain spiritual money laundering. Nope. Real money laundering is you take drug money or money gained through ill means and you funnel it through a legitimate business. Because a business is legitimate, you can funnel that money in and it'll get it out and it'll look like you got it through regular means. That's money laundering in the worldly sense. Now, spiritual money laundering is you take your bad persona, bad character, bad reputation, and you take it to a church that just has good publicity or has good notoriety or whatever like that in the Black community. That's the thing. You can't just go do spiritual money laundering at a sound biblical church. That's why she has to show up at New Birth. That's why she's going to have to show up at the Dream Center. Big Bethel has fairly good reputation. That's why she went to Big Bethel before it came out that she had in fact been having an affair with that man. Let me drop that air horn. So she's not going to be able to go back to Big Bethel because she's got a sullen personality and reputation. So now she's got to go somewhere that has good reputation amongst Black people. And please understand, if you go to New Birth, if you go to the Dream Center, you don't care. You really don't care about sound theology and a good reputation. Because William Murphy's trash. Jamal Bryant got babies all over the place. And I said that, and I'm a Morehouse man. Class of 99. So that's why it doesn't matter. Fani will bring herself right up in New Birth or Dream Center, doggone World Changers, whatever like that, because they'll take her bad theology, her bad reputation, and run it through. You'll get some good photo ops. You'll get a couple of good mic drop moments or memes and stuff like that, and then you go off to the races. That's it. That's what. That's why I call it spiritual money laundering. Thank you so much, man. So that's what's going to happen. So wherever she shows up, watch this. Wherever she shows up, I guarantee you their theology is going to be extremely, extremely problematic. Whether it be the pastor has been having extramarital affairs, Jamal Bryant, whether or not the pastor has been preaching off theology, Creflo Dollar, whether the pastor is cattywampus crazy playing secular music and whatever like that, William Murphy, it don't matter. He's got Black folk there and they will give her duck and cover. That's it. Now, since she lives in Hapeville, which is nothing but a stone's throw away from College Park, she could pop up at World Changers as well. World Changers got 9 services, I think. I think they got I'm not even being funny. They have tons of services. So she could, I mean, she might try her trifecta of foolishness and roll up. Matter of fact, I guarantee she will not roll up at Dale Bronner's church. Dale Bronner he's a prosperity preacher here in Atlanta, but for the most part, his family is very well known in the city because they own Bronner Brothers hair care line. So that's one of the major hair care lines for Black people. They made all their money on in hair. Very well known. Dale Bronner is a Morehouse graduate, and his church is on the other side of town. It's a mega church too. But for the most part, his theology and his reputation are pretty good. If she rolled up at Dale Bronner's church, which is a Word of Faith, if she showed up there, I would be very surprised, because Dale Bronner's, for the most part, his, again, reputation is kind of clean. His church is semi-solid, okay? We're not talking about squishy-wishy like New Birth and Dream Center. Plus, those are in her neck of the woods, and this one is on the other side in Austell. So I'm gonna go with New Birth, Dream Center, World Changers. I don't think that she's gonna show up at Dale Bronner's church or Big Bethel. Woo. At this point, you're probably right, K-Dub. She would be better off, because she's gonna end up getting kicked out. She can go ahead and start her own church and call it a game. You're probably right. You're probably right. Sad, but more likely true. All right, let's see what we got. Thank you so much, Susie Q. Thank you so much for checking out the content on dearwokechristian.com, as well as you can support me on buymeacoffee.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The bad thing. Yeah, Dale Bronner. Yep. Dr. Dale Bronner. Yep, that's him. Let me double check that that's the name. I'm almost certain it's called Word of Faith. I'm almost certain. It's a fairly loose prosperity church as well. Yeah, if she showed up there, I would be very surprised. Bishop Dale Bronner's church. And it's called Word of Faith, yeah. I would be surprised. Word of Faith Cathedral, actually. Not even just Word of Faith. Word of Faith Cathedral. I don't think she's going to show up there. That would be a major, I don't know. I think that'd be a huge red flag for Word of Faith. But, hey, I don't put anything past anybody at this point. They might have called and just tried, like, hey, yo, can she come through? Can she roll through? I doubt it, though. I doubt they would do that, but I don't know, man. Now I'm over here looking at, they got a lot of women pastors over here. Great. Hey. They got a lot of women pastors. Whew. Okay. Yeah, they got a lot. Okay. That's wild. All right. We'll see what happens. Interesting. All right. Sorry about that. What would Fani call her church? Well, we know it would be an overnight church. It would be overnight. I think she calls it Hotel California. That's what she should call it, the Hotel California. All right, let's see. Jezebel United. Y'all wild. I don't need a man church. I mean, she don't need a man. No sandwiches made here. International Ministries. Misery. Let's call it Misery. There you go. No sandwiches made here. International Misery. That would be the name of it. Wade in the Water Church. That's a mess, K-Dub. You're a mess, man. I don't need a man church. That is wild. Now, yeah, and Q brought this up earlier too. She's supposedly a practicing Catholic. That's interesting. Like in her book, I think Q pointed out to me, sent me a clip of it. She says she's a Catholic. So all of this Seventh-day Adventist and going to Baptist churches and all that kind of stuff, and AME churches, you're not even Protestant. Yeah, literally, if she opened up a church, it would be the Red Flag Church, unequivocal. The red flags would be flying all over the place. I need to get that Rick flag on the play. That's what I need. But in the meantime, I just dropped a bomb on it. Absolutely. Strong independent church of Our Lady. I see it. I like it. Cash. There you go. Cash and sandwich only for payment. I like it. Well, we know that she'll have some money in the church. We know that. Saints of a no man, no money, no job association. Wow. Saint Feminist Virtue. Man, y'all are killing Fani. If she ever roll up talking about she got a church, I'm going to send her this list with my fee. Like, you're going to have to pay me for these. These are some good ones. Let me see. Did I miss any? I think that's it. Y'all are wild, man. Modern Worldly Woman Church. Now that right there, that'll cook. So I hate to say it, but that'll cook here in Atlanta. Oh my gosh, Tina. Foul on the play. Our Lady of Perpetual Victimhood. That right there will cook. Let her cook. Drop the bomb on her. Drop it again. Give it there. 1, 2. If I can see it, there it is. That is hilarious. That's well done. Well done, all of y'all. So, hey, thank you all so much for tuning in. I know I just decided to do this real quick and talk about it, but I just wanted to get your opinions, get your thoughts, drop this out there while it was hot that, yo, Fani and Nathan might be in trouble. They might be in trouble. Man. I did not see this coming. I did not. I really thought after talking to that attorney yesterday, I was like, yo, this is probably not going to go the way I thought. But I still was like, it's still just kind of be like a coin toss. Both of us were like, yeah, I can see your point. I can see your point. You know, kind of like a coin toss. So we both were like, yeah, we're just going to see what happens. But now this is dropping and is going into the weekend. So that means that this is going to be there for the rest. This is going to be sitting out there for the whole weekend for people to go over. So whatever happens Monday or Tuesday next week is almost irrelevant because it's going to be sullied by this. Oh my gosh. The news cycle is wild. All right, what we got? Man, Fani might be in Sunday school, my guy. Fani might roll. Oh, I didn't think about that. So she could show up in somebody's Sunday school and talk. That could be another one too. So that might give her yet another opportunity. But yeah, there's no way you can get from one side of town to the other. And those are probably Dale Bronner's, World Changers, Dream Center, and New Birth are probably the biggest Black churches here in Atlanta I can think of. I mean, that would constitute a true bona fide mega church. Yeah, definitely. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, she could roll up in somebody's Sunday school. And I didn't even think about Seventh-day Adventists and whatnot, because, she was in the Seventh-day Adventist church this past Saturday. So she could roll up in one of those too. So she could be somewhere tomorrow. Truth be told, that will be bananas, crazy, cuckoo banana town. Oh my gosh. What's the name of this? Why did I change it? All right, let's get a better name for this. right, we're going to fix that, give it a better title so people can check it out. All right. Make it a little bit shorter. Make it a little bit shorter. There it is. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all. So, Eureka Hope, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you'll, you said it's on your third time live. Look, we appreciate you. We're all family here. We enjoy hanging out. I am going to be doing my Sunday show for sure. This coming Sunday, The Week in Woke. There's going to be so much to talk about. And who knows? Maybe we'll do something tomorrow. Hey, they keep it going. I might pop back up on here again tonight. So I appreciate you all so much. Thank you very, very much. Person, that awkward moment where Fani's sweating in church. That's why she goes to churches that don't preach anything. So that's why she's going to be at Jamal Bryant's and William Murphy's church. I can't wait to see what happens. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. But yeah, if you don't mind, email me any church finders that you find beneficial. I know we got 9 Marks and there's several other ones. G3 has one. Founders has one. So email those to me and we'll compile a list and maybe do like an episode or a short pointing those out so people can use those to find some good, healthy churches in their area. And, the ones that go by zip code or denomination specific, all that kind of stuff. There's several of them, but I would love to compile that list and give some people some options. So if you have those, that would be wonderful. I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here, my good people. Wait, let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Thank you so much, Susie. Please email management@dearwokec@gmail.com. Appreciate you. All right, let me see. It looks good, like I didn't miss anything. Appreciate all of you all so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to get over here and check on my girls, make sure that their last day of winter break is going well. So until next time, everybody, grace and peace. We're out.